Welcome to a balance training video with me, your instructor, Lauren. All you're going to need today is a chair and a squishy pad, one of these blue or purple squishy pads from the closet, okay? So make sure you have that before we proceed. We're going to begin with a nice, easy warm-up and then get into our balance training. So sit nice and tall with your feet planted on the floor and your arms by your side. Take an inhale and stretch up to the ceiling, and then exhale, let it out. 2 more times, just getting the blood flowing. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Okay, roll your head around 3 times each direction. 1, 2, and 3. Let's roll the other way, loosening up our neck. 2 and 3. Roll your head back up, eyes up, and now our shoulders up, back, and down. Good, that feels good in the morning. Okay, 1 more time, now to the front. Up, forward, and down. Up, forward, and down. Last one. Okay, take your arms to the sides. Pull them back, stretching your chest open. Then give yourself a hug, wrapping one arm on top of the other. Open again. Give yourself a hug with the other arm on top. 2 more times. Stretch the chest, stretch the back, stretch the chest, stretch the back. Let's take our arms out now to the sides, keeping long, straight elbows. We'll circle forward a few times, warming up the shoulder joint, and we'll circle back. Okay, let's warm up our elbows. Tap your shoulders, straighten your arms down, squeezing your triceps, the back of your arm. Tap, straighten and squeeze. 1 more time. All right, roll your wrists. 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 3, 2, 1. Let's make a fist. Squeeze tight. Spread your fingers wide. Squeeze. Spread. 1 more time. Good. Shake it out. Clasp your fingers together. Separate your feet so they're wider than the chair. Sit really tall. And we'll turn our upper body from right to left, side to side. Good. 1 more time. Twisting through the spine. Very nice. Lean to one side, placing the forearm down. Stretch into the side of the body. Up and other way. 2 more times each direction. One more time each direction. Okay, sit back up tall. We bring our feet back together and we reach down, picking up our leg, hug it into the body, and then rotate the ankle. Draw a big circle with your toe. And rotate the other way. Now kick and bend your knee. Straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. Warming up those knee joints. Okay. Place the heel down on the ground with a straight knee. You stretch the arms up. And then fold forward, reaching for your toe. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Okay. Put your right foot back on the ground. Let's pick up the other side, hug it into the body. Shoulders down and back. Rotate the ankle. Rotate in the other direction. And let's kick and bend for 3, 2, 1. Put your heel on the ground, straightening your leg. Arms come up and fold forward. Try to touch a toe. Good. 2 more times. 1 more time. Good. Come back up, feet on the floor. And let's do a little march in place to get warm in our warm up. So march. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, complete. Okay, so let's move on to our balance workout now that we're all fully warmed up. I'm going to have you stand up and go behind your chair. Okay? Now, I'm going to kind of be at a catty corner angle just so you can see my feet well, but feel free to stay facing forward towards the TV. Okay? Now, you all have done this before. We are going to do about 8 different balance exercises. And the first time we go through them all, we're going to be just on the flat floor. And the second time we go through them, you have the option to utilize your squishy pad. And what the squishy pad does, it makes the floor more unsteady. It makes it more challenging. So if you're looking for more challenge, we'll use this pad a little bit later. Okay, so we're starting first with hula hoop weight shifts. So you have your feet flat on the floor, a soft little bend in your knees. And let's start with our hands just kind of hovering over the chair so we can reach out to it if we feel unsteady. And we're going to take our hips in a hula hoop shape. So you go forward to the side, back, other side, forward. Just shifting your weight. But the whole time your feet stay completely flat. And let's go the other direction now, 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Good work. Okay, let's see what the next one is. It's a tiptoe to heel lift. So let's go to our tiptoes first. Lifting the heels, having straight ankles. And then go to the heels, lifting the toes, squeezing the shins, trying to find balance. Brace the core. Good. Up to the tippy toes and to the heels. Let's do it 3 more times. Tippy toes, heels, tippy toes, heels. 1 more, tiptoes, and heels. Nice. Okay. Next, a slow and controlled march. So let's all start with our hands on the chair. And we're going to bring one knee up. Good. And then opposite side arm. So I have my right knee lifted. So I'm going to lift my left hand, opposite side, up. Good. Drop it down. And then we'll switch, lifting knee and opposite side arm. Nice. Let's do it a few more times. And eventually, if you feel confident enough, you can just hover that hand instead of hold on. But make it work for you. Challenge yourself as much as you'd like today. Trying to have a moment of stability before you switch to the other side. It's like you're doing slow motion karate. Tai Chi. One more time each side. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Awesome. Okay, moving on to the next. Oh, this is a good one. It's good for strengthening our legs, which is so important to balance. The two go hand in hand. So, we're going to have our feet about hip distance apart. It's a squat to a side leg lift. So let's do the squat first. Push your hips back, bending the knees. Keep your chest proud. And then come all the way back up. We're going to lift one leg, so lean to the side. And then lift up. Drop it down, slow and controlled. And squat. Weight back in the heels. Come up. Now we're going to lean in the other direction and lift the other leg. Perfect. Keep going. Let's do 3 more each side. Squat. Leg lift. Squat. Leg lift. 2 more on each side. Squat. Leg lift. Squat. A leg lift. 1 more each side, almost there. Doing great. Okay. Perfect. Feet on the floor. The next thing to try, a staggered stance head turn. So we'll step 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Staggered stance. Now that does not mean heel to toe. I want you to still have some space between your feet. Just one's a little more forward than the other. So you plant the feet into the ground. We have a soft bend in the knees. We engage the core, tighten it up. And then, of course, hold on or not as much as you need. And you're going to turn your head. From side to side. The eyes and the visual system plays such a big role in balance. So that is what we are challenging here. 1 more time. Okay, good. Now let's switch our stance. Other foot will be forward. Squeeze the thighs together. Engage the abdominals. Push your feet into the floor. All the details. Turn your head side to side. For 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, great work. Moving on to the next one. A multi-planar toe tap. So that just means we're going to tap our toe in different spots, okay? So let's put most of our weight on one leg. And then with the other leg, we're going to tap forward, side, straight behind, and then diagonal, okay? So join me. Try it this time. You barely want to touch the floor through your toe. Just barely touch forward, to the side, straight back, and a diagonal or curtsy. Good. Let's do it 1 more time on this side. Forward, side, back, and curtsy. Okay, shake out that supporting leg, the one that had to work super hard. And we're going to switch and do our taps on the other leg, okay? So, stable leg, push into the floor, soft bend in the knee, engage everything. Let's tap to the front, to the side, to the back, and curtsy. 2 more times. Front, side, back, and curtsy. 1 more time. Front, side, down on the blue pad. Okay, it's a single leg deadlift. So we're going to start with one leg being our support leg, and the other leg, the toes back. Square yourself towards your chair. You start to tilt forward, maybe lifting that toe for just a moment. Keep it a straight line from your head all the way down to your foot. And then back up. It's like you're a teeter-totter. Okay, let's do it 2 more times. Lift for a moment, ankle weebles and wobbles, and down. One more. Good. And then switch it out. Let's do 3 on the other side. Toe is back, core tight, teeter forward, lifting the foot for a moment, and down we go. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Okay. Next, a split squat plus a twist. So let's learn it. 1 foot is forward and 1 foot is back. Your back foot, you're on the toe. Your heel is lifted up. That's where a lot of our balance challenge comes in. So really make sure it's lifted to get the most out of this next exercise. So we bend both knees, lowering down in the split squat. Chest is up. And as we come up, we're going to turn in the direction of your forward leg. So my right leg is forward. I'm turning to the right. Face forward again. Squat. Turn to your right. Nice. 1 more time. Squat. Turn to the right. Okay. Switch up your stance. Other leg back. Bend both knees. Come up and turn your head and your shoulders. The whole upper body rotates. Face forward. Squat. Up and turn. 1 more time. Squat. Up and turn. Okay, you made it through the first round. Now you have the opportunity, if you would like, to utilize your squishy pad, doing the exercises a bit more challenging. But of course, if you already felt wobbly without using this purple pad, you don't have to use it. There's plenty of benefit from repeating the exercises for a second set, even without this, okay? So, pad or not, you choose. We're going to start back at the beginning of our list, which was a hula hoop weight shift. Your feet are about hip distance apart. I have my hands over the chair just in case I need to, or to reach out and grab onto it. And we do a hula hoop shape with our hips. Going forward, side, back, side, forward. 2 more times in this direction. All right, switch it out. We're going to go the other way. Big circle with the hips. 2 more. And 1 more. Perfect. Okay, next thing, we're going to go to our toes and then our heels, back and forth. So lift up to the toes, heels coming up off the pad or the floor. And then the opposite. Lift your toes, heels on the ground. Okay, again, to the toes, to the heels. Squeeze those shins. Oh, it's a toughie. 3 more times, to the toes, to the heels. 2 more times, toes, and heels. 1 more time, toes, 2 heels. Good job. Okay, feet flat. Now we have our slow and controlled march. So remember that's opposite side, knee and arm lifting up. So I'm going to lift my right leg and my left arm up. And then switch. Up. Good. And then as you get more confident, maybe it's just 1 or 2 fingers on the chair, Or maybe it's no hands on the chair at all. You choose how much you want. One more time each side. Okay, very good. Next, squat to a side leg raise. So if you're using this pad, let's take our feet as wide as the pad will let it go. And we sit the weight back in the heels and the knees. Chest proud, eyes up. And then as we come up, we shift the weight to one side, lift the leg. And down. Remember, everything is slow and controlled. No racing here. Good. 2 more times each leg. Squat. Side leg raise. Squat. Side leg raise. One more time each side. Squat. Lift up. Squat, lift up. Good. Okay. Up next, a staggered stance head turn. So for this, if you're using the pad, you'll have the most success if your pad is this away, long ways, with the short end of it facing the chair. So take a second to turn your pad around if you need to. You're going to step on and have one foot to the very front of the pad and the other foot to the very back of the pad. So again, staggering the stance. Now, once you're situated with your lower body, let's add in those head turns. Turning the head from side to side. 2, 2, and 3, 3. Okay. Hands on the chair as we transition. Other foot to the front of the pad. Ready? Staggered stance. We turn head from side to side. 2, 2, and 3, 3. Complete. Awesome. Okay. Getting towards the end, y'all. 3 more moves to practice. We have a multi-planar toe tap. So let's have one foot in the middle of the pad, and then the other foot's going to do the moving around, okay? So almost all your weight on that supporting leg, the foot on the pad. And you take the other toe, barely touch the ground, back to home, to the side, barely touch the ground, back to home, straight back. Good, and now a curtsy. Curtsy to the queen. Nice. 2 more times on this leg. Forward, side, back, and curtsy. One more time. Forward, side, back, and curtsy. Good. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Foot on the pad. Put all your weight on it, pretty much all of it. Now other foot, tap to the front, to the side, to the back, and curtsy. 2 more times, and the further you go in each direction, the more challenging it will be. So really reach out there. Boom. One more time around, forward, side, straight back, and curtsy. Good. Okay. 2 more to go. Next one, single leg deadlift. And so you have one foot right in the middle of the pad. Excuse me. Ooh, okay. Hands lightly over the chair, there if you need it, and the back toe on the floor, barely touching the firm up the core and start to tilt forward, maybe lifting the foot for a moment, and back down. 2 more. Tilt forward, down, 1 more. Okay, switch legs. 1 foot in the middle, other toe back. 3 tilts forward. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Okay, our final move for today, split squat. So that means you want to have 1 foot on the pad, other foot back, toe on the floor. And feel free to pull that chair up if it's slipped away from you. All right, we're going to bend both knees, square those hips towards the chair as you lower down, and then come up, turning in the direction of your forward leg. So my right leg is forward, I turn to the right. Face back forward, lower, come up and turn to the right. 1 more time, lower, turn to the right. And we switch. Other foot on the pad, toe back. Get situated. Make sure that heel is lifted. And we have a good amount of our weight on the squishy pad. Okay, here we go. Lower, turn. Forward, lower, up and turn. 1 more time. Squat it down, up and turn. Okay, you made it. You can go ahead and sit back down. I'm going to readjust my chair. And we will do a little bit of stretching to finish out our class. So we'll give the lower body most of the attention since that's what worked so hard in our balance workout. Let's start with our right leg and extend it forward, toe pulling back. You're going to stretch up to the sky and then come on down and hold the stretch. Feeling a pull in the back of your leg. Okay, switch it out. Other leg is forward. Reach up. Come on down and hold it. All right, sit tall and bring your feet wide, wider than your chair. You're going to use your elbows or your forearms to pry your knees open. Stretch those inner thighs. Come back up, wiggle your feet back together. And now we're going to take an ankle and either put it over opposite side ankle or you can lift it all the way up to the knee. Whatever works better for you. Sit tall and then tilt your chest forward. Feel a big stretch back in your hip. Okay, let's switch and do the other leg, crossing over at the knee or the ankle, you choose, tilt forward. Okie dokie. Next, feet on the ground. You're going to turn to one side, bringing a hand to the chair, and the other hand to the opposite side knee. All the way behind you. And then let's twist in the other direction. And lastly, let's stretch our calves. So you're going to scoot 1 foot back so that the heels kind of popped up off the floor. And then you push down, trying to get the heel down. It might not actually get all the way to the floor, but you just get as close as possible. Feel a stretch right back here in the calf, the lower leg. And then let's switch legs. Other foot back, push down on the leg, stretch out your calf. 3, 2, 1. Feet back on the floor. Take one more inhale up and an exhale out. And we are all done with balance training for today. Awesome job, you guys. I'll see you back